Have heart rate straps become the thing of the past, or are we still using them as much as we always did? I remember in my younger days as an athlete where I always had to wear one of these chest straps, even if it was for training itself or even going to sleep and tracking my sleep tracking. I would always be wearing one of these and just remembering how uncomfortable it was to be wearing one of these when sleeping. It could also be because I was pretty young and it was very annoying to have, even though it was still very annoying to sleep with this when I was younger. And I feel like these days we've got even more options than we ever have. For example, take something like a Helio strap or even an Apple Watch or other fitness tracker that can actually track everything from the measurements of your wrist, and have these really replaced the traditional heart rate monitor. Also, the heart rate tracking from a traditional monitor, as well as something that goes onto your wrist like a smartwatch, the measurements have just been even closer than ever, with there only being small differences. And thinking to yourself, why would you need to consider one of the traditional heart rate monitor straps when the data on your smartwatch is actually very close, if not exactly the same? So there actually are some reasons why you want a heart rate chest strap over something like a smartwatch. One of the reasons is reliability, and especially something like interval training, for example, and rapid heart rate changes within those trainings. The heart rate strap is just able to get all that data accurately, and where it's positioned, it doesn't really move as much. Also, a traditional heart rate strap is a lot closer to your heart than something like a smartwatch or a fitness band on your wrist. Another reason is external factors. When I wear an Apple Watch, for example, and it's very cold, so something close to 0 degrees temperature, my heart rate is just not able to pick up for the first kilometer. So my Apple Watch is waiting for, I guess, my body to get a bit warmer or my skin temperature to get warmer on the surface so that it could actually measure my heart rate properly. Whilst small things like that, where external factors take into account what your actual measurements are, then a heart rate strap is really good, as it's going to be around your waist and it's in the warmest part of your body as well. Usually it will be covered up with any type of clothing as well, so it keeps it nice and warm. And of course, it's difficult to be snagging something like this compared to a smartwatch itself, where you could snag it on things, hit it on things. It also moves way less, so having a heavy watch on your wrist could actually interfere really heavily with the data set that you're getting during your workouts. The heart rate strap is super light and is pretty tightly wrapped around your chest, so you're not going to get any movement with the heart rate strap, making the data more reliable. If you're liking the video so far, please go down, give it a like, and maybe even a subscribe to see even more fitness devices in the future. Also, a big difference is just the battery life. These things last a long time, and especially some of the newer ones, so you don't need to be concerned with battery life for any of the heart rate straps, whilst a smartwatch or anything like that lasts anywhere between 1 or 2 days up to even 10 or maybe even 30 days of battery life. And they are rechargeable, of course, so you can always charge them whenever you want. But the chest strap is definitely a buy and forget device where you don't even need to consider the battery life at all. Also, for specific programs, this could be better than a smartwatch. So for example, if you're training inside and using Zwift to train inside, you could just connect a heart rate strap straight to your laptop instead of using a watch or a bike computer to do that for you. It just reduces the amount of devices you need to use to be able to do a training like this. There are also certain sports that you actually need to be using one of these instead of a watch. Of course, you could be using a watch, but you'll probably get the heart rate tracking from the actual heart rate strap itself. And the primary use I can see this for is for triathletes and triathlons. When you're wearing a watch, you can't really wear it and have a wetsuit under it, otherwise it's not really going to work. So something like a heart rate strap would then measure all your data. You can wear your watch on your wrist itself above the actual wetsuit itself, and then your watch will still know your heart rate data throughout your swim. Also, you know that this won't fall off because it's under your wetsuit anyway, and it's super tight anyway. So you get reliable heart rate tracking, and you can also see afterwards if you're actually training for the swimming section of a triathlon itself. You can then see all your data from the heart rate strap to your watch and analyze your trainings from there. So yeah, overall, what do I think of the heart rate strap, and who do I think it's really necessary for? I think the heart rate strap has now moved to just being a really pro athlete tool. So your normal average day-to-day person wouldn't be going out and wearing one of these as much as they used to. I used to do that sometimes with my training days. A heart rate strap is not essential anymore to the average person, as you do have something like a smartwatch or a fitness tracker without a screen that constantly records all your data whilst you're just doing your normal day-to-day life, just going to work, driving your car, having a walk, all those examples. The smartwatch on your wrist or the screenless fitness tracker will be recording all that data anyway, all the time. And when you do go for the occasional run, maybe 3 times a week or so, then you use that tool to just measure your runs anyway. As the heart rate data from the smartwatch is so close to the heart rate strap, as well as getting other types of measurements from your smartwatch, the average person has definitely moved on to something a bit more convenient for them. Whilst pro athletes will definitely still be utilizing the heart rate strap, as for their sport, it's just either no other option or it's just the most convenient option that you can have, really. So overall, the heart rate strap just hasn't become obsolete. It's just moved into the pro athletes area where you really specifically need something like this to use it. Even for other sports, it's kind of disappeared a bit. Some people, of course, will prefer to use a heart rate strap over using a smartwatch or any other type of fitness tracker. I think the majority have moved on from this and gone to your smartwatch. Let me know in the comments below if you still use heart rate straps like this one, for example, for your workouts and trainings. And let me know what type of sports you do that really makes this a necessary tool to have. So if you like the video, please go down, give it a like, maybe even a comment on your story with fitness trackers, and also subscribe to see even more content related to fitness tracking stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.